So what is up, guys and girls? Halloween coming at you live from Lincolnshire, and today we're going to be looking at, on a very, very chilly October morning, what it's going to be like, or what it's like, sorry, to ride in the winter. How to best prepare for it, what you need to do, all that kind of stuff. So stick around, stay tuned. I'll be back very shortly. So as you can see, the trees are starting to turn brown. We are sort of mid-October now, early to mid-October, and the weather is starting to get just a little bit nippy. For those of us that are all year round riders, that means that we have to start thinking about prepping our winter gear and exactly what it is that we're going to be doing to make sure that our bikes and our gear are in tip-top condition. Now, it's very easy to think that you need the same gear all year round. Now, if you're in a country where the sun shines 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, then you are exceptionally lucky. Here in the UK, we don't have that luxury. So we have to switch out our gear and make sure that we have our winter thermals and all that kind of stuff. But what kind of gear is recommended? Well, it's relatively simple, in fact. Leathers are gone for the majority of the time, and we are switched into thermal trousers, thermal jackets, some nice thermal socks. I've even got on some very, very sexy long johns today. The biggest thing, however, that you will find is going to be your gloves. Hands generally are the part of my body that gets coldest when I'm out riding. So I have switched out, well, no, I haven't switched out my summer gloves actually. They've just got a thermal lining that I can put inside them, so they remain as they are, obviously just a little bit warmer. Now, next thing that you want to do is make sure that your bike is fully prepped for the winter as well. And the reason that you want to do that is that there is so much crap that goes on the road in the winter. I'm talking about salt, grit, so on and so forth, that can and will absolutely destroy parts of your motorcycle. So if you haven't already purchased some, my recommendation for protection against that is ACF 50. It is something that basically is airline grade and helps stop corrosion and yada yada, so on and so forth. You only have to do it sort of twice a year. I normally do my bike about 4 times a year just to make sure that I've got some full protection from all sorts of conditions. The next thing that you're going to need to look at is actually caring for your bike a little bit more in the winter, making sure that it is washed sort of weekly or whatever it is. Just up whatever your cleaning regime is a little bit to make sure that you are washing things like the salt and grit off of your machine. The next thing that you perhaps want to think about, and this is if you are able to afford switching these in and out, is a different set of tyres for the winter. Now, I have recently switched on to my road pilots, basically because I know it's going to be a little bit wetter, I know it's going to be a little bit slippier, I know there's going to be leaves on the floor, and there's going to be a multitude of things that are going to try and bring me off my motorbike. So for that reason, I've switched to a more all-weather tyre, something that is a little bit more forgiving throughout the winter months. Ideally, you'll still go for a dual compound tyre, something that's got a hard central band and a soft outer, which will allow you to corner still appropriately. However, it's just going to give you that little bit more security and safety throughout the winter. I will go on to my Metzilla's when the spring and summer comes back again and we get slightly less crappy weather. And the reason that I generally suggest switching gear out is because of the roads that I ride on. Now, the majority of the roads that I ride on are these kind of roads. Fairly mid to quick roads on the way to work. And a thought has just popped into my own head as well in relation to the gear that I'm wearing today. I've done something a little bit incorrectly. As you can see, I'm leaving now. It's about 9:15 in the morning. It's actually quite nice, bright and sunny. However, I'm not going to get back tonight until about 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock. It's got to be dark. I've got my tinted visor on. Oh dear. Should have thought about the time.